That Arlong is great.
He's a good villain for sure.
Arlong is great.
Okay, what about this villain, Big Mom?
Big Mom goes in C tier.
Wow. Okay, fair. Let's hear. What are your
Big Mom? Big Mom.
your piece.
Again, there's something
Talk your
like
shit. Talk your shit.
I love Whole Cake Island. It's one of my favorite. I think it is the best post time skip arc.
The remaining
right,
arcs.
you got to finish up the stuff that you've caught up on.
Yeah, does anyone have that tier list, chat? We also have the updated one, major characters and warlords tier list maker. We could do that. This one is good to do. You have first Sanji.
Oh, we're gonna piss some people off here. Okay, Sanji is an S tier character.
Yeah, of course,
easy.
Okay, up next, Ace. This is going to be your tier list, by the way. I have my, and I feel like we are going to have differences in opinion here, but go ahead.
Ace is a B tier character.
Oh,
Ace is a B tier character.
Oh, you stabbed me.
He's cool.
Oh,
I like him, but there are so many other characters in this series that are better.
Hurts. I feel like I just got like lava beamed in the heart.
A B is respectable.
That's crazy.
That's a good grade. I loved a B back in the day.
Yeah, because he got fucking owned. That's what it is. You just hate a loser.
No, it isn't even. No, because honestly, that's some of the stuff that makes him the best. Like, it's so impactful.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
Smoking on that Ace pack. That's what you're doing. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, okay. How about this guy then?
Akainu's not one of my favorite villains. Wait, what is L? What is this? SABCLF?
I don't know.
What is that one?
It's SABC and then L tier, I guess, is for L nerd. Like he took a L, which you could have put Ace in, apparently, it seems, because you fucking hate him.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I like him. I just there's a lot of obsession with him that I just don't completely understand. Like, some people really like him because they think he's hot. Got it. Cool.
I'm those people.
That's fair.
But also he's not just hot. He's so sick.
He's cool. That's kind of it.
Okay. All right. It's fine. All right. Let's continue. Okay.
I'm gonna put him. Okay, choose
your words very carefully.
Let's use S, A, B, C, and F for what they are. L, I'm going to make that tier a little bit undetermined. I don't like him. I don't hate him, but also we haven't seen enough.
Really?
Yet. No, he hasn't, I mean, obviously he's very impactful for, that moment. I'm trying to be as spoiler free as possible for that, for that moment in Marineford. But other than that, we really just see him kind of being angry, either sitting in his throne or behind his desk or.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I like him as a villain. He's got like, he annoys me to no end. That's why I like him. Like, he's very frustrating. He makes me very angry.
He makes me angry for what he did, but there's not.
Well, does he make you that angry for what he did? Because
it
seems like you like what he did.
I don't hate Ace.
It seems like
I do not hate Ace.
Oh.
Ace just isn't as good as Sanji or some of these other characters that we're gonna get to. I would put Akainu in undetermined for now.
Okay.
Aokiji is an A tier.
Okay, fair.
Love him to death. He's got so much good story connections to a lot of great characters. I love all of his stuff with Robin, and as we've been learning a lot more about like him and other characters, I won't spoil. You haven't gotten there yet, but love Aokiji.
Okay, Blackbeard.
Blackbeard's cool. I'd put him in B. I like him. He's got a good laugh. I like his powers, but he's not one of my favorites.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's fair. All right. Bon Clay.
Bon Clay is. I know people are gonna hate this. Bon Clay's A tier. I love Bon Clay.
Why would people hate that?
Because everyone's like he should be S. He's amazing. This is just me. The S tier is gonna be like, these are my personal like favorite characters. A tier is like, these are the really good characters that are not necessarily my favorite characters. I love Bon Clay. So fun, wonderful villain to ally,
arc,
like, love him.
Seems like you devalue people that make great sacrifices. That's all I'm saying.
Sanji's made plenty of great sacrifices.
I'm just saying. It seems like consistently, if someone is out there putting their body on the line, they get lowered. Sometimes many tiers, sometimes one tier. No,
Bon Clay's not dead though. Bon Clay's not dead.
Wait, he doesn't die in the prison?
Mm-mm.
Has he shown up on my end?
Cover stories.
Oh, okay.
Cover stories.
All right.
Brook is a B tier. Brook's cool. I like him.
100% agree.
He's funny. I wish he got more to do.
I don't understand how people say Brook is S tier. It makes no sense to me. Even with the beef up that he gets in the time skip, he's still like, he's just kind of background. And
unfortunately,
in the most like One Piece fashion, he has like 2 songs, which it's like, come on, man, again. Sing some more songs, man. What the fuck's going on? I did also go back, because this is how anal I am. I went back to see if Brook ever was like shown in the first like episodes with the whale.
Mm-hmm.
He was not. He was not actually. He was. It was one of those moments where like maybe he was like added on afterwards into the story.
And like his backstory is great.
Yeah.
His backstory is great.
Hasan hating on Black King Brook, of course. Brook's not even. Is he black?
Some will claim him. I kind of claim Brook to an extent. I know. I think it said Slash, right, is who Brook's design was modeled after, but there's some.
Hasan just hates Thriller Bark. I really do. I never gave up on my. I just don't
Thriller
like
Bark
Thriller
is great.
Bark.
I watch it every October.
Scooby-Doo ass arc.
Love Thriller Bark.
Straight up.
Love Thriller Bark.
Okay. Oh,
but I mean, that's easy. That's an S tier. Buggy is an S tier character. Buggy is an S tier character.
No, it's cool. You just have wrong opinions. It's fine.
He's even got the greatest, and I won't spoil it, but Buggy is at the center of one of my favorite developments in the manga recently. And if you know, you know. And Buggy is.
Didn't someone say? Was it you? I think someone said that like Oda, that's his favorite character. Like he's like
yes,
talked about it.
I have heard that he loves Buggy. We all love Buggy. Look at all the Buggies in the chat. Look at all the Buggies in the chat.
You did so much justice to Buggy, and I don't know if it was like I think that the live adaptation, that was one of my favorite like transformations that took me from not liking Buggy at all, like having a severe distaste for Buggy, to actually liking Buggy a lot. I think that it's like it's great in the live action.
Thanks.
For sure.
Look, a lot. Truly, the majority of that is Jeff Ward. He did such a great job. We talked about that character for such a long time. He would like come over. Yeah, we were in South Africa. He'd like come over.
We have a Buggy emote in the chat too. The bugging emote. We use it all the time because I just hate on Buggy all the time because
he took it seriously. He really wanted to bring a lot to it. And there was a lot of ad-libbing or things that we would come up with like on the day, like in the morning before we would even shoot. He'd come up to me, Buggy
over my family.
See, they get it. But no, Buggy is great, and I do. Jeff's Buggy is one of the greatest working experiences of the live action.
Yeah,
loved him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too. That's where we met. We worked together on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And after the first episode that I wrote that he was in, I pulled him aside one day and I was like, "Hey, so I'm meeting on this thing. Have you ever read One Piece? Because I think you'd be really good for this one character." We talked about Buggy like 4 to 5 years.
And then he watched it and he was like, "Why you want me to be this whack ass character?"
No, he saw it. He got it.
That's what he said. Probably
he got it.
That's what I would have said. Whack ass Buggy. Okay, it's fine. Oh, look at me. I'm thrown into all different directions, all my pieces.
He's great.
Anyway, okay. Buggy is the Usopp of the bad guys. True.
In what way?
But like in the way that they're you know, I don't like Usopp.
I know you don't like
either.
Usopp. I know you don't like Usopp either.
I don't like Usopp. Zoro's my favorite character. I am racist. It's established in the One Piece fandom. However, Soja King is incredible, which is a separate character, of course.
Two completely different people.
Two completely different people, and I love Sniper King. I think he's great. I wish we would see more Sniper King. I don't know what's up with this Usopp fellow.
I hope he's doing okay wherever he may be.
Yeah. Okay, Chopper. Oh my God. What are you about to say?
Chopper is an A tier character.
You elevated him. You were gonna give him something lower than that, but you just don't want to get eaten alive.
Chopper is an A tier character.
Oh my God. Your silence says everything.
He's very cute. He has one of the best flashbacks. One of the best origin stories in the entire
100%.
series. He's also someone who I wish did more. I also wish we would see his post-time skip Horn Point more, because that personally is my favorite just like design of Chopper. He's great. He has wonderful relation. I love Chopper and Zoro. I love Chopper and Robin. I love Chopper and Law. Like he's a really good character to pair with others. I
think
just
free
wish he
time
had
skip
more
Chopper was better.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I do love, even though I do love like him gaining control over the monster, I do think that like, I don't know, like I said, I can't get over the fact that like he was supposed to be humanoid. Like I think that would have been better overall.
I get it.
Okay.
This one's easy. That's an S tier character, baby. Crocodile. Sir Crocodile.
What do you think about like the memes about how he's like actually trans?
I am of the opinion, and I swear I don't know anything. I am of the opinion that is true. I don't believe in Croco Mom, but I do believe that
Ivankov trans them. Yeah.
Yes.
Because like, why else would Ivankov say that? In where, you know,
what else is that secret referring to? And like maybe Oda's gonna pull something crazy that no one has thought of out, which would be often
Croco
does.
Mom. But for those of you who don't know, what is Croco Mom?
Croco Mom is a theory that is related to this idea that Crocodile is originally a woman, and that Crocodile is also Luffy's mother.
Yeah.
It is a wild, like very pervasive fan theory. That like, there's memes, but I really do think a lot of people believe that it's true. I just don't see it. But I love Crocodile.
He's goated.
Such a great look. Another great voice.
Also, Croc being so sick also definitely falls along the, like, Croc being so sick and also being a trans man potentially also is very like Oda making like some of the peak characters openly trans or openly like non-binary, like, you know, gender fluid, whatever you want to call it. So it does fall in line with that as well.
He was great. Him coming back in Stampede, that's one of my favorite moments. Him and Robin seeing each other again after so long, and him calling her Miss All Sunday. Like, Croc's the best.
Yeah,
Croc is the best.
Openly most closeted trans man, Lamau. What do you mean? No. We're talking about Ivankov and like Bon Clay. When I'm saying like Oda writes a lot of like very cool trans characters many years before, you know, I've talked about this before. Like I had transphobic opinions back in the day when Oda was writing like pro-trans characters. Even back then, I'm a massive ally for trans people, as you guys know, and I've talked quite extensively about like my understanding of the trans experience and trans acceptance, which like informs my commentary quite a bit. And like when I was making transphobic jokes, like Oda was writing like banger trans characters. You know what I mean? Like that's how long in the past, like Bon Clay or Ivankov is like what year? were they originally drawn.
I mean,
He's
geez,
the
probably 99, 2000?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe.
Frankie's
really fun. Like Frankie a lot. Frankie's an A tier character.
I'm gonna put him above Chopper though in the A tier because let's be real.
Okay, but when y'all clip this and like drag me online for my opinions, remember these are not placed according to what I think in their respective tiers.
Yeah, these are his own
I'm
personal
being
opinion.
edited by Hasan right now, live in front of all of you.
All right.
Garp is an A tier character. I think especially, again, no spoilers, but he's showing up again.
He's
in the
sick.
manga. He's great.
He's so sick. I love him.
Love Garp.
Oh, actually, here's a live action thing that you did. Wait, in the live action it was Garp. Does he have a British accent?
No, Vincent Regan, who plays Garp, that is his accent, and we were like, yeah, great, just do that.
Because I always felt like Scottish accent. Because I always felt like Garp is like very like America. I don't know why. That was the one thing where I was like, that was the one thing where I was confused by him having a Scottish accent or a British accent.
We just went with it, like it's in casting. There's like so much diversity in race, in accents and things like that. There's so much great opportunity for that in One Piece. So we were like, yeah, that's what Garp sounds like. Okay, let's do it.
Is this Boa Hancock?
That's Boa Hancock.
Okay.
Hancock is a B tier character. She's cool. It's nice that we have a very a very powerful female character in like the upper echelons of the story. I like her. She's cool. She's in love with Luffy. Like, that's funny.
Yeah. Luffy, the Ace King.
Someone said, wow, misogyny. Don't worry. Wait, there's going to be some real high level female characters when we start getting into some stuff.
Yeah. What do we think about what's
Hachi? Okay, so let me tell a Hachi story now also, because Hachi does not appear in the live action. It's very unfortunate. He did. The original episode, back when we had 10 episodes to start, I wrote the second Arlong Park episode, and Hachi was in it. I loved that script. I wrote a whole like Hachi versus Zoro, like Inception kind of fight with like Hachi using his tentacles to like cling to walls and the ceiling and stuff and be fighting with Zoro, the 6-on-1, and then the original Sanji versus Kurobi fight. I took him into the water. Like, we did the whole thing. And, things happen, budgets happen and stuff like that. And like we really tried to keep Hachi in, and it wasn't in the cards, and it's unfortunate. And one thing, because I hear some people say like, well, Fishman Island is ruined because you didn't have Hachi. And it's like, first of all, let's calm down. That's not the case, because any change that we make, we always talk through what are the implications of a change.
Do a remake now, Madge. Yeah. Make it all again.
And we talked about this. So picture this, dear viewers. When we get to Fishman Island, they roll up, they meet Hachi. Nami is, stricken. She's afraid. And she's like, fuck, this is one of Arlong's guys.
Yeah.
And our guys are ready to throw hands. They're like, oh, he was one of Arlong's dudes? Time to kill him. And Hachi's like, no, wait. Like, I left for a reason. I followed Arlong, but he was starting to get way too militant, way too scary, way too violent. I left. I've changed. Let me prove it to you. And Fishman Island continues as it does. Like, it's really not a big change. And these are the kinds of things that we think about. So yes, it is unfortunate that he was not in the Arlong Park arc, but he can come back in and it will be fine.
Okay,
I promise.
What do you
that
rate
said,
him as?
Hachi is a B tier character. I do like his redemption arc. I think he's fun and all of that, but he's just not he ain't my favorite. But but he's
Okay.
cool. I like him.
Ivankov.
Ivankov, that's an A tier character. So fun.
We'll put him at the top A tier.
Yeah, Ivankov is awesome. He's just so fun to watch.
Yeah. I wonder how you guys are gonna make his sizing fit.
We're gonna
In live
we'll figure it out. Look, man, there's there's a lot of that. You know, there's always like, how are you gonna do this and how are you gonna do that? And it's like, I know. Let me just try to eat what's in front of me right now. We'll deal with Ivankov when we get there. I got a lot of other stuff I got to worry about how to translate. That's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivankov is doing what conservatives claim is happening in our schools. Ivankov's transing everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. This One Piece went woke. All right, Jinbei.
Now, this is interesting because I've been thinking
Do
about
you
it.
need to leave?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, while you do this, you can scroll and you can put them in the.
You want me to go for it?
I gotta go pee.
Go for it. Jinbei, I'm going to put Jinbei in A tier, but I think Jinbei for me is very close to becoming S tier. I love Jinbei. I'm so glad that he's around now. He creates such an interesting dynamic. He's like an adult on the crew in a different way than Robin, Frankie, and Brooke are. And you know, again, there's a lot of stuff. Just I love his fight in Wano, and just having him be around and like doing what he's doing in Egghead and stuff right now. Jinbei stocks are way up. So it's borderline. This is AS borderline. A little OUUBL for you Pokemon players out there. Kuma's S tier. This is not. It's like not even close. I always liked Kuma anyway. As things have been going on, you know, him showing up in Thriller Bark, him at Sabadi, like everything. Kuma's always been great, and the Egghead arc is just taking it to a whole other place. Kuma has just become one of the best and arguably most important characters in the entire series. And I don't know if that's something that people would have guessed, you know, earlier on, but damn, it's S tier for sure. This is the easiest one, and I'm going to put him. Law is my favorite character in the entire series. He's got one of the best backstories. He's got an absolutely insane power that Oda does not even explain what it is or how it works for a really long fucking time. He's super drippy. He's got a great voice. Law is him. Law is him.
I love Trafalgar Law.
Law is him.
He is so sick. One of the best characters for sure. Okay, well, Luffy.
Luffy is an A tier character.
Wow.
He's not one of, like, he's, again,
I don't disagree with you.
Like, well, he's not one of my favorite characters. He's great. He's a fantastic protagonist. He's Luffy. He's what the show is built around.
I think
great.
He's perfect at being like a guy that amplifies all of the other incredible characters in the story.
Yes.
If he was like I feel like if Luffy was too much, like if he was too incredible as a character, it would take away from all the other characters that like we can love and enjoy. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I think that I 100% agree with you on this. I think that he's a great character, of course, but it's good that he is, you know, it's good that he's not like so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's easy too. He's the one. Mihawk is an S tier character.
Okay. Agreed.
I love him to death.
I think there's a lot of S tier characters.
Related. There are a lot of S tier characters. You know, again, very much related to recent developments in the manga. Mihawk is not a fraud. I do not subscribe to Fraud Hawk. I will not be taking any of that slander. Mihawk is the one. Mihawk is the guy. Mihawk is him. And I'm excited to continue to see that prove people wrong.
Saying Fraud Hawk.
People are like, Mihawk, like he painted his black blade like he doesn't have the same kind of like hockey infusion that, you know, some other really powerful swords that we've seen in the series are. People just like to clown on Mihawk because they like Shanks, and we'll talk about him when we get there. But I love Mihawk. Nami, A tier. Love Nami. Not my favorite.
I would place her lower even.
No, I love Nami. You know, part of it is also just really living in the East Blue story again recently, like early Nami stuff, but also post time skip Nami is great. I love her in Whole Cake Island. Like, she's been getting great power ups. She's been getting a lot of really good time.
Emily Rudd is dope, by the way. She's amazing as Nami. Like, definitely amazing.
She did a great job. But like one of my favorite, like one of the really heartbreaking moments post time skip for me is when Nami slaps Sanji and says goodbye.
Yeah,
in Whole Cake, like it breaks my heart. I think Nami's great. I think Nami's great.
Dude, I don't like Nami. I think like backstory wise, she's great. Agreed. I mean, very important, very pivotal. I always feel like her power is like, when I'm watching it, this is my take, and it's probably perfectly wrong. Okay, I'm accepting this. I feel like Nami's powers, or like the skills that she gets beyond being like the best navigator, obviously, which is very cool. I feel as though it's always like, all right, we got to give her something. Like, that's what it always feels like, especially because it's like weapons based. I don't know. It just makes me feel like it's not real. Like her skills as a fighter are not real. Like, they're not very good. That's how I feel about it.
I just think she needs more, because like, look, Enies Lobby is the best arc of the entire series. Everybody knows that. And it's great. Her fight with Khalifa is awesome. And it's nice to see her using not just the Klimattack as a weapon, but there's a lot of intelligence that's used in that fight. Like, Nami's really smart, and it's fun to see that. And I'd like to see some of that intelligence and tactics and stuff play more into battles and stuff with her, because I think the Klimattack is a cool weapon and it fits her really well. And I want to see it continue to be used in a lot more ways.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I mean, the upgrade is pretty good after Whole Cake. Like, that's a funny way to upgrade. But it always, like, anytime she gets an upgrade, I'm like, oh, I feel like this is just tacked on to it. I don't know. Anyway, all right. What's his face?
Rayleigh, the Dark King. It's an A tier character. Great old man teacher character. He's awesome. He's such a G. Just sitting in his bar with Shaki. Very casually going toe to toe with Borsellino. Like, he's great. Rayleigh's awesome. Love him.
Someone said he's not a perv. Yeah, that's a great. No, it's a great benefit. It's a great added benefit, because like every single anime, every single manga,
it's
an
true.
Old guy of that variety is always going to be so pervy that his nose bleeds every time he sees a titty, and like he doesn't have that. He's just sick. He's cool as fuck.
It's true.
Cast Brad Pitt for him. He does give off like hot old guy vibes.
Put it into the universe, chat.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Robin, easiest S tier since Law. Robin and Law are my two favorite characters in the series. Robin is my favorite Straw Hat. She's the best. Like, there's amazing. no other place that she could be.
100% agreed. Ooh, this one's good. Okay. What do you think about Shanks?
You know what? Shanks goes in undetermined.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
He's cool, but like, he hasn't done the most yet. And like, yes, again, no spoilers. We have seen him do something. The first real thing ever.
I saw him do one thing in Reverie.
He like pulls up and he's like, yo, we need to talk. And you're like, okay, cool. Like,
that didn't make sense to me personally. And I was a little bit confused as someone who does kind of like Shanks a lot.
I just don't think we know enough.
Okay. People also say he's fraudulent because like, I feel like they claim that his like, I've heard people say he's like a little bit of a fraud as far as like his powers goes.
I don't think he's a fraud. I just think we haven't seen anything yet. I don't think he's a fraud. I can't subscribe to that yet.
Okay. Smoker.
This Smoker is an S tier character.
Agreed.
And I wish we knew where the fuck he was right now. He is not like he doesn't get enough time, but every time he's here, it's great. He's so I love him. He's a great example of someone who sees, like, he's one of my favorite characters that like Luffy has turned in a way, because he's still going to do his job. He still doesn't entirely trust Luffy. He would still turn him in if he could, but he sees that he's not a bad dude. And I love how upset he is about getting the accolades at the end of Alabasta and him showing up again in Punk Hazard. Like, Smoker is great. I miss him dearly. I need to know where he is.
He is like him and what is it, Shinji, like the blind admiral. I feel like, or maybe something changes in their arc in either of them. But as far as I've seen, they're very like cut and dry, like truth, justice, honor in my job type characters, where they like recognize that a lot of what or not Shinji, sorry, Fujitora, a lot of the things that the Navy does, they're like, I joined this to like save people, and like you guys are fucking up. Also, never forget, Smoker almost smoked Luffy. If it wasn't for Dragon,
show would have been over.
Yeah, Luffy would have straight up been fucking smoked. Okay, straight the fuck up. Daddy had to come save his ass. Which was so cool, because like they never really explain it for like 400 episodes, and then you're like, oh yeah,
and not
that
just
was
Luffy.
Weird.
Sanji too. For a minute, that was a 2-on-1, and he had absolutely no problem.
Yeah, he fucking smoked them. I mean, he was smoking on the Dead Ops pack big time until Daddy had to come in and do his, like, you know, thunder or whatever the fuck's going on, you know, changing the weather.
The song almost went "We Were." Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. It's just so, it's just insane. Like Logia OP. I mean, sure, straight up. Just OP Logia shit. Usopp
is B tier.
Fair.
I like Usopp. He has some great moments.
I feel validated.
He has some great moments, but on the whole, like he's cool.
Don't worry, Chad. There's a totally separate character called Sniper King that you can, separately rate afterwards, because these are two separate characters. I don't even know how I'm bringing them up together.
Why do people keep putting those two characters together? They're two completely different people.
Okay, Whitebeard.
Two completely different people. Whitebeard is A tier.
Why does he not have a beard?
I've seen this discussion before. It's something about like the word in Japanese more so refers to facial hair, not beard.
Oh,
something like that. Chat, if anybody does know the explanation, like, please say. But I've read something like that before. But yeah, Whitebeard's great. Strongest man in the world.
Okay, he's dope.
Yeah. Zoro's A tier.
No, that's crazy. Oh,
Zoro's A tier.
2 in a row. First A's, now Zoro. What is going on right now?
I'm sorry.
The level of D ranking here is crazy.
D ranking. It's the second highest tier.
That's how is he not?
A is super respectable.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay.
See, look, there are even like Zoro is actually B tier. Like, that's a little crazy. Zoro has some amazing fights.
Okay, people are just straight slandering. I'm gonna start banning people.
See, it's not just me.
That's crazy.
Zoro's great, but Sanji's better.
Because the backstories?
No, the Sanji, when I was first getting into One Piece, Sanji was the first character that I fell in love with, and was the first thing that really, and like, yes, Zoro had already used 3 swords before and stuff, but when I got there and I was like, damn, this is a chef who's a great fighter, but he only fights with his feet because he needs to protect his hands to cook. I was just like, that is a characterization that is so fucking cool. I loved it. I fell in love with Sanji.
I think like, Zoro needs more backstory. But as far as I've seen, like his backstory,
we thought we were gonna get it, but
like his backstory is like kind of basic. I'll say it. I recognize that. I think he as a character is incredible. He's working so fucking hard all the time. He's constantly pushing himself to the limit. He's incredible. I love him. He's definitely a S tier for me, 100%. But I do recognize that like Sanji has a way, like his whole Whole Cake Island backstory is incredible. The twists and turns in Whole Cake Island across the board are fucking incredible. There's so many emotional moments, so many powerful moments there.
Yep.
Like straight up. And then also now in Wano, like in the episode that I just watched, he uses, in order to hide his identity, he uses his what is it, the Iron Man thing that they have in Wano.
Oh, Sanji, not Zoro. Wait.
No, now I'm talking about Sanji. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was stealth black. Yeah.
His raid suit. Yeah.
Love that.
Soba mask.
So good. Love it.
It is sick. It definitely is really, really, really cool. However, I do still think that, like, I mean, I don't know. So far as I've seen it, Zoro's backstory is definitely kind of mid for sure.
It's lacking comparatively. Sanji's gotten a lot more backstory depth than Zoro has.
Zoro fans are willing to put both in S tier. Sanji fans can't do it because they can't cope to Zoro stronger. Rare L Matt.
First of all, my L's are not rare. But whatever. Zoro was A. Zoro was A.
Okay. All right. Where are we at?
Borsalino is an A tier.
Okay. Yeah.
I've always
right there with Zoro, seemingly.
Yeah. I've always loved him. And again, no spoilers. A lot more going on with him lately. That's great. I know to some extent people are like his stocks are down, but I think him being around and the stuff that's coming out and all of that is great. Great.
Zoro will hear about this. That you placed him next to fucking Borsalino.
So one of the most powerful characters in the series.
Yeah, but still.
Look at him. He's between Whitebeard.
Okay, what about this guy? Your Thriller Bark loving ass is gonna place him way too high.
I do love Thriller Bark. No. Moria is a C tier character.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God. I
love Thriller Bark. It's so much fun, but Moria isn't what really makes that arc. From it's the world building of Thriller Bark.
Yeah, the fucking giant is way sicker than Moria. I hate Moria. Like I can't stand him. I just like and it's not even like he makes me angry type of he makes me angry type of way like Akainu, right? Like Akainu makes me angry. Moria, all the way from his laughter, see people are doing it in the chat already, like every aspect of him makes me so mad, but like not in a good way, not in like I hate him as a villain type way, more like he's unfucking bearable.
Yeah. He's not what makes there's so much other great stuff that makes Thriller Bark so much fun to watch. And yeah, for me, it's not really Moria centric.
What do you think about this guy? What's his name?
Sengoku. Like, I don't really have
Mr.
anything
Chip Eater
against him, but I also don't have feelings on Sengoku. Really, sometimes it's fun to see, like, oh yeah, him and Garp's relationship and things like that. But,
or like he played a relatively prominent role in like the backstory for Trafalgar Law.
True. Which is a fun.
I think that might be my favorite backstory.
That's why I'm telling you. That's why Law is the best character in the series.
Yeah.
I'll put Sengoku in B. Mostly because of the Corazon connection.
Yeah. God, that's such a beautiful the smile. Okay, all right. Let's continue. What about this dude?
I love Mr. 3, and I love that like he has, again, no spoilers, but for all you power scalers out there, you got it. Like, according to your rules.
People are slandering Sanji in the chat because they're so mad. He respects women, yet routinely harasses them. Oda fumbled. Zoro clears.
Oda did not fumble with Sanji.
Yeah, Sanji, so transphobic, he literally learned flight.
And then came around. He grew.
I'm just saying.
He
so
grew.
transphobic, he learned how to fly, chat. Think about
He
that.
grew.
This is your king? This is y'all's king? Okay, this is y'all's
Zoro
S tier?
fans mauling as usual. Yeah, exactly. Zoro fans get so mad
Zoro would never.
whenever people don't say that Zoro is the greatest character in fictional history.
It's because you know what? Zoro was already there. He was already grown, and he keeps growing. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm going to say is, no spoilers, man's been wheezing a lot in the last couple of chapters. That's all I'll say. Man's been wheezing a lot.
Okay.
But Mr. 3, he's cool. I like that he's still around. I really like his friendship with Buggy. And again, now he is canonically one of the most powerful characters in the entire series. He goes in B tier.
That's dude.
He goes in B tier.
Crazy. Both. If it were up to me, if this was my list, I put Buggy down here alongside fucking Mr. 3 where they belong. Okay.
Nope.
Oh my lord.
Nope.
Mr. 3 fandom.
Yeah.
People
We out here.
Okay, Dofi.
We out here. S tier.
Yeah,
easy. Best villain in the entire series.
Easy.
Best villain in the entire series. It's not even a question.
Yeah, that's like not even a All right, Soja King.
S tier. I wish he'd stayed on the crew. Like, we would have had no trouble with anything.
Yeah, I know.
If he were still with us. But I'm sure he's out there protecting the innocent and, saving children and doing what he's got to do. He's doing good in the world. And I think we have to respect him for that. Even though we miss him, he's out there doing his thing for all of us.
Arlong.
For all of us. Arlong is A tier. I also think he is a great villain. I love that we got to see more with him, in the Fishman Island, like flashback stuff. I think he's like deliciously evil. He's the kind of villain that, like, you can see his point, but it's like, you're going about things the wrong way, my guy. Like, that makes for a good villain when you can kind of see their point, but the things that they do and the way they go about stuff is wrong. Arlong is great.
He's a good villain for sure.
Arlong is great.
Okay, what about this villain, Big Mom?
Big Mom goes in C tier.
Wow. Okay, fair. Let's hear. What are your
Big Mom? Big Mom.
Your piece.
Again, there's something
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
I love Whole Cake Island. It's one of my favorite. I think it is the best post time skip arc, personally.
Okay.
But again, a lot of it doesn't have to do with Big Mom.
I think you're wrong, but it's fine. Respectfully.
Finish it.
Okay.
Finish it. But a lot of it doesn't have to do with Big Mom. I think some of her shticks got a little
wedding cake
old to me. Yeah, I think I kind of get tired of her and her in Wano. Like, I am on the side of the camp that, like, the Amnesia storyline didn't do it for me. I don't love
too
Big
much
Mom.
wedding cakey, too much mama.
I don't love Big Mom.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oda does this thing where, like, every character has a unique laugh, every character has a unique, like, ad lib, and, like, sometimes it gets in my brain, and it's just like I'm just annoyed by it. And by the end of Whole Cake, I was definitely annoyed by Big Mom in general.
Her flashback is cool though. Like, woman is literally a cannibal. And like that is dark.
So
that chapter was
so that's
crazy.
established that she ate everyone, right?
I mean, that's I don't know how else you read that.
Okay,
she ate those people
because she got the power.
Yeah.
She got the power of his mom.
Yeah.
So they never. It is heavily implied.
It's heavily implied, but I also don't see how else you can read that.
Yeah, okay, because that's what that is what I thought as well. She at least ate her mom. Yeah, 100%. Like, that is definitely because they do very clearly establish that, like, you can get a devil fruit power by eating someone with the devil fruit. You will get their power.
We know that now.
Unless you have a devil fruit, unless you're Blackbeard, in which case you can't have more than one devil fruit.
Right.
As far as I know.
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go, boys. Carrot, S tier character.
Agreed.
S tier character.
Agreed.
Should be on the crew. I'm so mad that she does. I'm so mad that she's not. I love Carrot. She has the same energy. She fits as a Straw Hat. Also, she swerved Zoro when she first shows up. I just want to point that out in case you have forgotten that. She absolutely swerved Zoro when she first shows up.
I can't believe you S-tiered her and Zoro A-tiered. This is insane. You just hate Zoro.
Carrot beats Zoro. Like, we've seen it. We've seen it in the manga. Carrot beats Zoro. The thing that I love most about Carrot, which I really thought was leading towards her joining, was Carrot is getting a Straw Hat backstory and like a transfer of will in real time.
Yeah.
With Pedro. And I loved that. I thought it was beautiful. And I was like, damn, I see what Oda's doing. He's giving us the typical Straw Hat flashback in the present story.
Sanji Glazers will say anything. Sanji Glazers.
Carrot is the best. Sulong form goes so hard.
I agree. I think she's a phenomenal character. Swap her out with Brooke.
I love Carrot.
I do too.
I love Carrot.
She's great. That arc is like Oda converting people into furries. The whole
yeah.
What was the name of the
Minx?
The Minx arc, but like the name of the elephant island.
Oh, Zoe.
Zoe. Yeah, Zoe.
Yeah. The Zoe arc. Fun little in-between arc. I like Zoe.
Okay, what do you think about this little demon?
So are we also including Gastino?
I was just about to say, Gastino levels him up big time.
It does. I think.
Yeah.
Look, also Caesar was fun because it's people. Sometimes you forget, like, he was around for a long time in the story. And they kind of turn him. Yes, his laugh is great. Gastonets sends me. I just thought that was so funny as a weapon for him. I might have to put Caesar in A tier.
Wow, Caesar in A tier next to Zoro. That's crazy. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This. What was his name?
Katakuri.
Interesting guy. I think here's what I think about Katakuri. One of the rare, like, regular ass anime characters that Oda draws. Like, I feel like, and even then he has like.
Excuse me?
No, in a good way.
No,
I like it.
What is normal about him? Man's pulling up like a Kingdom Hearts character. He's got zippers and spikes and all kinds of shit all over the place.
That's what I mean. Exactly. He is like, you could put him in another anime and he wouldn't like be out of place in the way that like many of these other characters would be, whether their powers are very like almost have like a funny element to it or like kind of goofy, kind of silly. I feel like he's just like, yeah, someone said he's from Bleach.
He's from Bleach.
Yeah. Like that's what I mean. Like he is one of the, every now and then there's like a character where you're like, he's literally like, this is like a normal, this could be in another anime and he wouldn't be out of place. Like he is like that. He still has the goofiness. His fucking power is mochi, right? So perfect counter to Luffy, and not counter, but like perfect mirror to Luffy, which was I assume deliberate. Food-based
version
really
of Luffy.
him.
Yeah. He's A tier for me. Again, I love it. Everything you just said is completely true. He is just not personally one of my favorite characters, but I love him. I love that fight. I love, like you said, the mirror between him and Luffy. His song is incredible. But he's not one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
that makes him A tier.
I think he's great. He's like, I mean, he's another great, like, he's another great villain in the sense that, I don't know. I sometimes Oda does make me miss cool characters, like just regular old cool characters, because of how goofy every fucking character is. All right,
Courtesan, that's an S tier character.
You just
sure.
You are literally an undisputed. You are the biggest dick rider of Trafalgar Law.
Yes,
I've ever seen.
Yes,
that's crazy. Put him in S tier.
Unashamed.
Greatest backstory,
unashamed
for sure.
Also, what a cool power. Also, he had been tricking his brother, one of the most evil and calculating and intelligent characters in this series. Was like under the radar with him forever. his sacrifice for Law is one of the most beautiful emotional moments
Yeah.
of this entire series. Also, his design it's amazing.
Yeah,
Everything
I
about
agree with everything you
Coruscant
said.
is incredible.
Still wouldn't say.
He's an S tier character. He's
Still
an S tier
wouldn't-
character.
Still wouldn't say he's an S tier, but okay. I mean, that's
S-tier
fine. Definitely the best backstory by far. All right, the blind dude
Fujitora, great. A.
also has a lot of backstory, but I leaves much more, I guess, to fill in the blanks with.
Sure. But I like the Marines because to me he's very similar to like a Smoker or a Garp. It's like people that like, yeah, they do the job, but they have their own. It's like Garp always talks about your own brand of justice. And so Fujitora's got things that he does and does not believe in. He's got his morals, he's got his values, and also he has such a sick power.
By the way, this is unrelated, but is the Hades is the Hades anime good? Netflix just dropped the Hades anime.
No, I thought they put Hades on their
Oh, it's a mobile game.
Yeah, they added it to their gaming service.
Oh my god, they have a gaming service.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Hades is such a great game. Did you play it?
Great game.
You fuck with video games? What games do you play?
Right now, I'm playing Rebirth, obviously. I don't have the most time in the world because of everything going on with the show, but at night, I'm getting through it. I'm in Cosmo Canyon now. I think I got about 60 or 70 hours in, which I know I just said. I don't have a whole lot of time, but it's also, I don't sleep the most.
God, dude, Final Fantasy 7 is like so scary to me. I'm going to tackle it on my flight.
It's great.
Finally, I'm diving into it. I've never played it, but it's like basically written for me as an eco-terrorist.
Yup.
Eco-terrorism.
Yeah. It's great. But I'm playing Rebirth. I just started playing, before I came over here today, Princess Peach Showtime, which is fun. I really like the design, how everything just feels, it's all theater based and it's really fun. I play competitive Pokemon also, so I'm always like into that. I'm replaying the underrated PlayStation 1 classic, Legend of Dragoon, right now.
That's what the fuck? You're replaying PlayStation 1 games?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's that game. If you've never played it, please do. It was massive 4-disc on PS1. That game is absolutely incredible. Great story. Really dynamic battle system for being a turn-based JRPG. Yeah, I like to revisit that game a lot.
Right. You are such a weeb, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where do we place this guy? What was his name?
Hody Jones.
Hody Jones. You and I talked about this extensively last time you were here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like here, let's hear what you have to say about him.
He's F tier.
Yeah, I agree.
He's F tier. I like the idea of him. I love the idea of a militarized youth who saw what Arlong was doing and was like, I'm gonna go further.
Yeah.
That in concept is great. I just don't think he reached any kind of potential. I don't think he was that interesting, even from like a fight perspective. The things that are good about Fishman Island don't have anything to do with Hody Jones.
Someone said he's the anti-white racism character, which is true. Like he's like, but it's just, oh god, yeah. Fishman Island is like a bit of a miss for how amazing it could have been. It's a bit of a miss, and I think it's mostly because of Hody Jones.
Yeah,
and the pedophile guy.
Well,
whatever.
Vanderdecken.
Yeah, Vanderdecken, the pedo.
Yeah.
Okay. What was this guy?
Jack is scuffed. Put him in F tier.
Wow.
For all of the hype of the All-Stars and stuff, like Jack just doesn't deliver. Yes, he did beat the shit out of Neko Mamushi and Inuarashi, like, chopped off their limbs, cool, but then literally does nothing else. I don't.
He got smacked the shit out of by the fucking elephant, by the island himself.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like, really? You're telling me that this man is on the same level as King and Queen? Not a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance.
Ooh. What's his face?
Kinemon.
Kinemon. Yeah.
Kinemon is cool. He's not my favorite.
He has a lot of
he has good
character development.
Moments. He does.
He has
and he
character
gets
development.
good moments and stuff. I got to put Kinemon in the B tier.
Fair.
He's cool.
I go even lower, honestly.
Again,
but he's
got some good moments. But like, yeah. And again, I know he was around for a very long time, but it was like, okay, we're adding another horny motherfucker to the group now, like with Sanji and Brook, and now and Momo. Like, I don't know. There's a lot, but again, he has some very impactful moments, and he's got some growth. It's also really nice to see his growth, even just in the Odin flashback.
He's one of those characters that like keeps the story going along.
Yeah.
Like he keeps the story trucking along, but he's not like, I wouldn't say that he's he gets in your face with anything that's like out there really. Like he's powerful, fine. Okay.
Kuros, A tier.
A tier, not S. That's crazy.
A tier.
I think S tier, but that's fine.
Again, he's awesome, but just not one of my favorite characters.
Dude, he's
sick. He's so great. But and this is just it's a small personal gripe. And I get it, because for his character and everything that's going on in Dressrosa, it was very important. But he took a fight that should have been Robin's. And I hate that.
What in Dressrosa?
Yes. We're getting all of these major fights with major characters and stuff.
You're right.
And it's like, and Robin is just relegated to
just like going up the steps,
making a flower umbrella to protect Rebecca, which is like, is cool. But you also have to remember, at this point,
he had to do it.
We hadn't had a Robin fight since Skypiea.
He had to do it.
And so it's like, you're getting there. We got faked out for Robin fights all over Dressrosa. There's a moment where it's like, ooh, is she going to be the one to fight Gladius? Nope. Ooh, Hakuba's going crazy. Is she going to have a fight with Hakuba and put him in the ground? Nope. Oh, she's up there. She's going to fight Diamante? Nope again.
No, he had to fight Diamante.
I know. And again, I get it. From his character perspective,
his
it makes a lot of sense. I totally understand. And I love Kuros. And I'm glad that he got that revenge. But I was so starved as a Robin stan by that point. I was like, well, we're never going to get anything with her again.
What is that? Oh, yeah, take it. Okay.
I know, and she did, and I love that moment of I play VGC doubles. I pay attention to Smogon, but I don't play singles, but I play VGC doubles.
Okay. Fisher Tiger.
Fisher Tiger is an A tier character.
Okay. I feel like if there was more to him, he would be S tier easy. Like, I think he's like, there's just not enough of him. I mean, pivotal role, obviously, in the history of the world.
Yes.
But there's not enough of him. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pedro, that's the guy. S tier. Put him there.
Damn,
put him there.
You love the furry characters.
I love the characters that are important to the characters that I love. Also, Pedro and I share the same birthday. That's my One Piece birthday homie. So love him. Wonderful sacrifice. Great moments.
I was so mad.
Set Carrot on her journey. Like,
I was so mad that his sacrifice was like a little bit in vain, in the sense that he couldn't even fucking. He took out the arm, like just the fucking arm. He blew his whole ass body up, and this motherfucker stands on that basically fucking cloud of mist and dust that Pedro, a phenomenal character, turned into, and was like, oh yeah, it is but a flesh wound, basically. And then continues on defending Big Mom and, you know, creating his like fucking shields and whatnot, whatever the fuck that dude's name was.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad, but he was just trying to blow himself up the whole time, though.
He was. Man had a death wish for a long time.
He's like, I don't have a lot of time left on this earth. I'm going to spend it by blowing myself up in multiple occasions. He's just always trying to fucking kill himself. It's crazy. Great character, though.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Pink.
I mean, you already know. Senior Pink is an S tier character.
100%.
The most hard-boiled character in the entire series.
100p.
If you're just looking at volume, arguably the greatest flashback in the entire series, because it's so short and it's so impactful.
Powerful. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's so funny because like he shows up looking weird as fuck, and you're like, what's up with this dude? What the fuck? Like, this is another like comical, like he's kind of like Frankie, kind of goofy, and then you're like, oh my god.
Yep.
so many awful things have happened to him. He is so hard boiled.
Yep.
He is so fucking hard boiled.
And that fight is just great. Him and Frankie and like the respect that they have for each other. Like, I think that's probably my favorite Frankie fight in the series. But like, yeah, Senior Pink, S tier, easy.
His backstory, incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hating so hard to listen to the flashback. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't hating. I thought it was really
you're just
funny.
like, what the fuck is this?
I thought it was really fun. Like, he was a cool character. He's like, all these women are like, oh, you're so hard boiled. And he's just not objectively until you find out, no, he is.
Yeah.
He is the most hard boiled man of all time.
Favorite Frankie fight out of like 2? Okay, well, it's still a Frankie fight, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, Rebecca.
I mean, I'm going to put her in C.
You can put her at F tier if you want.
I don't think she's F because she still has like, you know, there's stuff to her and she's a big part of the Kuro story and things like that. But her herself, like, doesn't. I don't hate her though. I think that's a little bit part of the difference between C and F tier. Also, though, is like I understand her purpose in the story. I don't think she's that great on her own, but
she is literally like. I love Oda. Obviously, he's the GOAT. But I think like Rebecca captures almost all of my least favorite aspects of like female characters and some of the female characters in Oda's world. Like, the joke is always like either they're the most, or at least this is my joke, women in the One Piece universe are either the most hideous women you've ever seen or just like insanely stacked up.
Yep.
Rebecca obviously is insanely stacked up, right? But she provides so little.
Yeah.
She provides so little.
Yeah.
Like her relationship with like obviously what is it, Tin Soldier, Child Soldier, Kid Soldier, his dad?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
But that's great for his backstory. She has almost nothing going on in other than like looking hot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. All right. Ooh, good one.
Sabo is B tier.
B tier.
I don't dislike Sabo, but I don't love Sabo. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping that as more of the revolutionary stuff continues, that I will like him more. Like, you know, like Reverie stuff. It was cool to see him again. I've gone too far. Sorry. Like, I don't dislike him. I mean,
he's a bit disrespectful to put him at fucking B tier.
He's right next to his other brother, so
yeah, you're a little crazy for that. I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Sorry, y'all.
Sabo comes out of nowhere. He's a solid B. No, he doesn't. He doesn't come out of nowhere.
I mean, a little bit he kind of does. A little bit he kind of does.
I think,
and then he's also got amnesia and all of that. Just look as a way to keep him out of refront, like all of this stuff. It's just like to have him in the story. I feel like there are a lot of like story gymnastics that have to occur for him to be able to exist. For what exactly? I still don't.
He was teased with the 3 cups of sake. That was pretty fire.
Cool. Okay. Still later on. Yeah. He doesn't do it for me.
They say Sabo was written like a OC because Oda regretted killing Ace. Well, he should regret that because that was a bad decision.
I can't entirely disagree with that idea.
Maybe that's why I love Sabo so much, because he carries the torch, literally and figuratively.
Sure.
He's just, dude, every revolutionary is so sick.
I mean, look, it really is. You can read it like that. This is Sabo, my OC. He's Luffy's brother that doesn't remember because of amnesia. Little bit. His pipe is cool, though. His pipe is cool.
Putting disrespect on the revolutionary figures here. It's fine. Just because he's a revolutionary and has the fruit. I mean, yeah, those are very important parts of it. Okay.
Smoothie is F tier.
F tier.
Because I think she's very similar to Jack. She's supposed to be one of, and see, this is everyone that's saying that she's S or whatever, y'all go to horny jail. Because that's literally all it is.
Well,
you just want her
arrest me, officer,
to juice you with her thighs.
Arrest me.
Smoothie is a fraud. She's supposed to be one of Big Mom's top commanders. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything.
She looks like she was drawn out of a different anime. I don't know why. Like, she looks like one of those like 80s anime speed racer supposed to come out of a fucking Gundam type looking characters. But I love her specifically for the reason that you mentioned. I think she's one of the hottest.
And that's fine. If y'all have that, that's great. If this were a who do I want to step on me tier list, this would look very different.
Yeah.
She's a
She
fraud.
really doesn't do anything.
She's a
Like,
fraud.
her most prominent like giraffes at the party, like where you're like, what the fuck? They're drinking giraffe juice? Like, what's happening here? Or whatever the fuck it was. Like the animals and the humans that she's juicing for the party. Okay, which character is it?
Tashigi.
Oh yeah.
This might piss some people off. I think Tashigi is an A tier character.
Okay,
I love her.
You're defeating the misogyny allegations for sure. But also,
I'm not look what I've got.
I can tell.
I've got Robin,
I can tell
Carrot, and Crocodile.
You put
in
her
S tier, so
you put her in Zoro tier. That's insane.
I think she is not quite as good of a character as Smoker, but is equally wasted potential. I
don't even think that she's in the. The only way she gets the A tier is if we like somehow find out that she actually, like, Zoro's childhood rival never died and it is her, that she is actually her somehow, and it's like written in a way that makes sense.
No,
I feel like other than that, it's like it makes no sense. They like Sabo, you're putting her above like that's crazy. And Blackbeard, this is what I'm saying. Like,
I like her. I like Tashigi.
Okay,
it was fun when Smoker was in her body. She's appeared again. We won't talk about it because you're not there yet. I think there's even more potential for some interesting developments with her.
Oda has already confirmed she isn't the same person. Kuina would be 1 year older. I don't understand why Oda made it seem like she is the same person early on than when they first introduced her. You know what I mean? Because you remember that?
Yeah. I mean, it was deliberate, but I think it was more just about a reminder of her instead of, I don't think maybe he wanted people to deliberately think for a while that it could have been her, but I think using that, we
have a couple characters missing from this, but
we do have some.
What's this one again?
Virgo's a C tier character.
That's the meat one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't find his shtick to be very funny.
I agree.
I like the fight. I like his stuff with with Law and Smoker. Obviously Dofi having a mole on the inside is like a cool development, but yeah, he's not really it for me.
Yeah, we're missing Bartolomeo, Dragon, Goldie Roger. We're missing
Virgo dying is the best part of him. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, he annoyed me. He wasn't like he was just lame overall. Like, I didn't think anything of him. He also is another one of those, like, there are some instances where there's like a powerful ass character and then they just like kind of fizzle out.
Yeah.
They just like die unceremoniously or whatever, and you're like, the fuck was this? And he is like exactly that. Wait, who's this one?
Viola. Viola's B tier. I like her.
Which one was
She's
Viola?
cool.
What was Viola?
She was the one on she's on Dofi's crew. Remember
she's the one who can see the future or whatever. Not future, but like, right? That's the
clairvoyant. Yeah,
clairvoyant.
She was the other princess. Yeah. She's cool. She's B tier. I like her stuff with Sanji. I like her, her backstory within the kingdom of Dressrosa.
I would put Rebecca in F tier and her in C tier. Honestly, that's my take. But go on. Sorry.
No, I mean that's really it. And she was hot. Yeah, fair.
Wanda.
Wanda. I don't like.
I don't know how you put Wanda on this list, but you forget Dragon.
Yeah, and Bart, and yeah, Wanda. She doesn't do much. She's just kind of there. Wanda is better than Carrot. Can you ban that person?
Okay, that is the most.
Can you ban that person?
Dude, take a second off and really cool down. Cool down.
I'm going to start streaming and invite that person to my stream just so that I can ban them. That is a wild take.
Wanda plays a bigger role than Dragon, not gonna lie. Yeah, for the brief moment when you think that she's Nami or maybe like killed Nami. That's it.
Yeah.
When she's wearing her clothes.
I don't know what to do with her. I don't know. I put her in. No, she's not F tier though. I don't put her in undetermined.
Okay. Kaido. We'll do a couple quick ones.
We're gonna do a couple quick ones. Okay. Bartolomeo is an S tier character.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Love him to death
so much. The best because he's a self-insert. Like, that's us.
But like Body No Pistol is one of my favorite moments of Dressrosa. Like what a cool homage to his hero. Also great way to like put Gladius in the ground. Like he was such a great fight. I also just love how much of like a heel he is in the Coliseum. Like he's so unlikable. Yeah. Just like taking a piss off the side of the Coliseum. But like his
switch up for me was insane. I went from like being like, who the fuck is this guy? Fuck this guy. What the hell's going on? And he also looks so like scary kind of. Yeah. Like he's presented as a villain, I think from the start. And then when you see that turn, you're like, oh my God, he's amazing.
He's just a little fanboy.
Yeah. Also another person that wasn't on this list, Bellamy.
Oh yeah, like look, I think Bellamy
F tier for me.
Easy. To me, I think Bellamy's a B tier. I like his turn. I like his redemption. I like when Luffy puts him in the dirt. Those are the things that I like best about Bellamy. But yeah,
Ass Cheeks power, Ass Cheeks fucking character, constantly getting the fucking dog piss beaten out of him. Yeah. Can't consistently figure out, has no fucking like normal moral compass. He just sucks.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's all right. He sucks. Oh, another one that's not on here, which is kind of funny. Useless Kid.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry for you. To me, Kid is
useless.
C tier.
Useless. I agree.
I don't hate him, but like he's clear. Like he is not even on the same
is
level.
It useless mid.
Yeah, he's not even on the same level as Luffy.
Lost his
and
arm.
Law.
Fucking sucks. Can't do shit. They don't
his
even.
Awakening stuff is cool, but like
he is so. He is presented as such a cool character. And I literally thought that he was going to be like incredible. He was going to be up there with like all of the rest of the worst generation. And so far, maybe something changes, but so far it is not panned out at all. Like he is very, very, I'm not on Act 3 Wano yet, so I don't know. But I do think he's mid so far. Very mid. Yeah. Okay. There was more. What else? Dragon.
I mean,
Undetermined?
I'm going to put Dragon in undetermined. I do like Dragon. And I think the more that we continue to see little bits of him is cool, especially no spoilers. But recently, I like it, but I still, we don't have enough.
Wait, what the fuck? Oda said Kid is based on his son-in-law whom he hates.
What? Is that true? What?
I don't know.
No, that's not true.
Why would he say he hates his son-in-law?
That's not true. Oh. Also, he doesn't have a son-in-law. I don't think his kids aren't married.
Kaido. Without spoiling for me.